Konnichiwa, fellow Kigurumi connoisseurs, and welcome to, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? No, not quite. It's just, I didn't have a splash screen ready for this, and I can't actually record the game, which means I've got to record my entire screen, and so as to spare you the depravities of my things, I've got a thing up now. It's great, but anyways, video game. This is Test Force Admiral, which has recently gone live on Kickstarter. It's got a demo available on Steam. There will be a link in the description of the YouTube video to the game's Steam, where you can pick up the demo, and also where you can see their Kickstarter and so on. I can feel the voice already beginning to crack. I had to leave the house today. You know how much I hate doing that. I do have some hope for this. It's looked like a nice and autistic little game so far, so I hope it will live up to expectations. Speaking of, that tab should be different. There we are, better. So, what do we got here? We have a single scenario, of which we have one, I think. Yep, one. Of Cranes and Patriots. Right, so you're supposed to have multiple battles, I guess, which are basically sort of like mini campaigns where you then carry out multiple operations in one, like, greater, bigger, boom boom fights. Yes, English words. Alright, makes sense. As Yorktown and Lexington recover from a day of hectic action, intel shows signs that enemy carrier force is drawing near for a final showdown. In the last chapter of what will be known in history as the Battle of the Coral Sea, the Giants are going to face off for the first time ever. In this game of chicken, assume command as Rear Admiral Fletcher, as Task Force 17 is about to make history and give its best to halt the southward ambitions of the Japanese combined fleet. The Kido Butai, which is a name I prefer, personally. Right.
It's early morning on May 8th, 1942. Task Force 17, under the command of Vice Admiral Fletcher, has been roaming the Coral Sea for 7 days in an attempt to prevent a Japanese invasion of Port Moresby. The carriers USS Yorktown and USS Lexington were quite active and successful the day before. The American air groups managed to sink a light Japanese carrier with minimal losses, forcing the invasion force to loiter in fear of facing overwhelming odds on its way around the New Guinean Peninsula. In the meantime, the American carriers were...
Oh, shit. No! Voice acting, come back! No! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I wanted to read. Oh, God damn it. Right, well, onwards. Yes, by the way, the Americans thought they'd sunk a proper carrier, but the Americans were rather infamous in overestimating what they sunk. To be fair, so did the Japanese. They reported destroyers as battleships at one point. Pilots, always so enthusiastic. Ooh. Well, this is cute. Oh. I haven't played any sort of tutorial, by the way, because tutorials are for losers and weaklings, and besides, it's part of testing out a game whether or not it's intuitive enough to be easily played without any slightly weird side-scrolly thing there, to be played without any previous training, especially when it comes to games that do tend to have rather autistically leaning audiences, shall we say. I like this, though. This is kind of cute. Oh, command room and stuff. I wish they'd place some buxom blondes in here, though, you know. Let's be honest. World War II would be way better if we were surrounded by anime girls most of the time. Darnago, thought on the SIG spear rifle. None yet, because I don't know what that is. Alright. Instruments, fleet management, map, chairs. Map. Map. Okay, so that's where I am. Fair enough. Enemy cannon estimated position at 2100 hours on May the 7th. Alright, so that is the preceding day. What is the time right now? Is it 1 minute past midnight? I presume? Okay, so that information is a pinch old, and I have no data on their trajectory as far as I can see. Okay. Right, we have no active air search areas. Let's fix that immediately. Right, what we got? We've got the Yorktown and the Lexington, do we? Right, very well. We have TBD-1s, the Devastators, I do believe. The Devastator was a tragically outdated aircraft at the time of the Second World War, and we have SBD-3 Dauntless Dive Bombers. Okay. Right, patrol altitude 13,000 feet, start angle 90, steep 45, search radius 32 kilometers, I take off 0601 plus 10. Right, what is the time right now? What is the time right now? Because right now it's in the middle of the night. I'm presuming it's midnight right now. Let's see if I can find that out for sure, because that does matter quite a bit. Let's see. How does one... Ooh. Ah, hello. Ooh. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. Good. Good, 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 good. Very good. I still haven't figured out how to exactly get out of this screen, but I'm working on it. Escape? No. Flight deck. Airplot. Ooh, okay, so I can keep track of things. That's good. Squadron stores. Do I have, no account of ammunition yet, so... I'm presuming I have however much ammo that I need at the moment. Okay, fair enough. Back button, back button, back button, back button. Back button? Oh. Okay, that's a timeline of events. That's good. I didn't mean to scramble, however. No, 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 no. Delete. Okay, so you can move that around on the timeline there and organize the entire strike. Okay, that's good. I like that. I would also like, however, to get rid of this if there was a... Is there an easy context button? There doesn't seem to be. Is that one? No, 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 no. UI could be a pinch more intuitive. Part of it is very intuitive. Other parts, not quite as much. Right. Okay, that opens up the range of the strike area. Okay, good. Yorktown and the Lexington. Now, I like this thing. I like this thing quite a bit, because that means you can actually see exactly what you're doing at all times. And yes, you can indeed zoom in and out. Lovely. Good. That's very good. Okay, so yeah, this is my timer. This is my clock. It is midnight. Okay. Useful. It would be nice if this was a proper clock too, instead of just like how long you've been in the scenario, but yeah, useful enough. I do need to figure out how to get rid of this though. Which I have no idea how to do. Escape doesn't do it, delete doesn't do it, no context menu. Minus, nope. so that's just like the immediate patrol area, I take it. You know what? I'm just gonna reset that. Okay, they definitely need more contextual buttons, because I should be able to just delete that immediately just by clicking on it and open a context menu. Important note, context menu is good, because people have already developed more or less, regular ideas of how to interact with things, and just clicking on it and having like, okay, these are your options, that is something that people like, something that I like. Okay, formation editor, that's the general layout of the fleet. I'm presuming, can I just click on that and drag maybe? No. Let's see. That is the Yorktown, that is the Lexington, the heart of the good old fleet bubble. Then we have destroyers on the outside, 2 heavy cruisers, and these come in operation groups, and more DDs. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, so I get information for each of the available ships too. 3D models are a bit basic, but good enough, isn't it? Minneapolis. Do I have the ability to... Sadly not. It would okay, propulsion, steering, ammo, flooding, fire. Okay, so just general stats at a glance. Can I click on these? Status, orders, history? More tooltips, desperately needed, definitely, because I'd love to know exactly what these is. I am presuming these are orders to prioritize things, like prioritizing damage control, for example, or repair. But tooltips, always tooltips, especially in games like these. Tooltips, 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 tooltips. You can never have enough tooltips. It would also be very good to have a actual information as to what I'm looking at. Let's see, fleet edit, formation, doesn't look to be anything. Because whenever I click on this, you've got to assume that the majority of people who are playing this game have no idea about World War II. So when I click on this, there should be the ability to click on the USS Portland, or at the very least on, a heavy cruiser, to open up an information window to go, okay, what is this? What does it do? Right? It's a heavy cruiser, mainstay of a combat fleet, nice big guns, 203 millimeters, I think? Primary duties are close-range defense of the carrier in this scenario, supplying anti-ship ordnance via its main cannons, and supplying anti-air protection via its countless batteries of good old-fashioned goons. And again, when you click on a destroyer, it should give you a little pop-up saying, this is a destroyer, this is what it does, this is what you can do with it, this is primary purposes. You got to assume that the people playing these games have no idea what any of this is. And I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, because why would you buy a Task Force Admiral game about carrier combat in World War II if you have no fucking idea, but a lot of people won't. And this is the, the ease of entry barrier that I was talking about. You gotta try and lay these out to be as intuitive as humanly possible. Do we have a... Ooh, nice, we do have a 3D view. It's rather dark outside at the moment, of course, because it's the middle of the goddamn night, but we have a 3D view, I like that. Right, strategy map. Is this the one I was on earlier? I think it was. It's just a very, very zoomed out and very dark view. Fine. Right. Well, I don't see any particular problems with the initial formation, so I'm happy for that. Fleet defense. Okay. Fighter direction, defensive air ops. Well, it's the middle of the night. We're not going to be launching anything right now. Yep. This is all fine. Okay, these are the squadrons available to me on Yorktown and the Lexington. Oh! Okay, I really like that. I love that. Yes, the ability to see outside is always good. I heard as well that in the stretch goals, they were planning to see if, I think actually they've reached some of the stretch goals already, where they were planning to do things like allow you to operate the anti-aircraft guns, and even fly the aircrafts too, which I'm really hoping they'll do, because that would be a lot of fun. And it would give you a bit more of an action-oriented break from, you know, running the fleet. So that sounds cool. Right, well, there's not a whole lot to do for now, because it's dark as shit outside, and launching aircraft in the middle of the night was not really a thing that was done during the Second World War. They could. There was night training to a degree, but it was stupendously rare and ridiculously dangerous. I mean, even just finding the fleet, even just finding the damn thing in broad daylight was difficult. Doing so at night was basically impossible. Especially as the fleet also wasn't particularly interested in running around with its lights on because, you know, the enemy were looking for you as well. But what I do want to do is see if I can set up a scouting run for the morning. That'd be kind of nice. Right, search. Create new air search. Okay, so... Oh, that's very clever. Oh, that's very clever. Oh, I like that. Oh, I love that. Okay, so... Right now, the entire task force is heading in this direction, as you can see. It's got a waypoint, which you can probably, you know, change and move around and stuff, right? But... instead of going, right, well, you're gonna do this now, and, you know, showing you the triangle for where you are, it updates the triangle for where you're going to be when the mission starts, which is at 6 in the morning. That's very good, I like that. Right, well, the last enemy detected was all the way up there at 2100 hours. Now, let's see, do I have any drawing tools anywhere? Do I have any draw tools anywhere? Draw tools, draw tools, draw tools, draw tools, draw tools, draw tools? Draw tools? Drawing tools? Please. Please give me drawing tools. Fleets, order battle. Drawing tools? Fleet defense. No drawing tools? Do I not have drawing tools? Ah, shit. Maybe on the other table. How do you exit this menu and go back to the... No, this is the correct table. Alright, drawing tools, drawing... Come on, there must be drawing tools. There must be drawing tools. No, no. 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 Damn it, there aren't any drawing tools. Okay, that is a big minus. That is a big minus. So, what I would like to do right now is I've got the rough estimation of the enemy. I mean, it looks like there's drawing tools up there, but I don't... There doesn't seem to actually be any drawing tools. So, what I would like to do is mark where the enemy was spotted, which was in this area. Okay, at 2100 hours. Okay, so that was... 3 hours ago. Alright, well, we can assume that the fleet will be moving at a speed of 20 to 30 knots tops, right? So I would have loved to be able to draw out a circle of, okay, what is the area the fleet could be in right now, depending upon the speed it's moving at, because the circle is going to be larger. When I need to launch aircraft, especially in 6 hours when I can actually launch aircraft, this information will be 9 hours old, so being able to draw a big bubble to indicate to me where the enemy fleet could be in the time of that 9 hours would make it a lot easier to figure out where to launch a search craft, you know? So, I wish there were drawing tools. Never ever make a game like this without drawing tools, I tell you. Right, okay, well, screw it. We'll start out by doing just a... Yorktown Launching SPD-3s. Yep, patrol strength. How many do I have? I should have quite a few. 20. Yeah, I've got loads. Yeah, I've got loads and loads and loads. Okay. Not a problem. Right. We're gonna angle those towards the enemy's last known position. We're gonna send out 6 patrols, because I want to search that area properly. Patrol at 13,000 feet. Where's clouds? Where are the clouds? I need to know where the clouds are. Are we taking into account clouds? Well, I probably wouldn't know yet, would I? Trans-cargo complement, aircraft ships, nail. Speed 40 knots course. No cloud information. I want cloud information, because then I know how to fly. Okay, we'll assume 13,000 feet for now. Fair enough. Search radius. Again, I would love the drawing tools to know exactly, but they could be running, so let's make it roundabout like that. Place the previous estimate roundabout in the middle of the fan. We shall accept that, and we shall create a new air search with the Lexington, which will be doing pretty much the same parameters. And where are they most likely to go? Okay, so we're heading for Port Moresby. Why can I not move the clipboard? Where's Port Moresby? It's probably around here, right? Right, Guadalcanal, Malay, Indonesia. Okay, so probably in this direction. Very well. We shall do a second sweep out there. Right. That are 2 sweeps, 1 from each carrier. I'd like to move the clipboard, please. I would tremendously enjoy moving the clipboard. Right, search parameters set up. Now we're gonna speed up until we get to the stuff happening. I sure hope that there we go. Yeah, I was about to say, if that's the fastest speed, we're gonna have a problem. There you go, timescale, yes. There we are. Where's it over here? Oh god, it's probably over here, isn't it? The map is a little bit restrictive. I can't zoom any further that way. Right, okay, speed that shit up. Okay, 240 is the max. A nice simple max speed button would be lovely as well. A nice simple, just go as fast as you possibly can button. Or even better, a time skip button would be amazing. Where I could simply go, okay, next action is at 6 o'clock, just skip to 6 o'clock. And then, of course, if something happens, the game pauses and goes like, hey, you're under attack. Down to go, Arch, what kind of gay game is this, and is it free? It is not free. It's on Kickstarter right now. I don't know about development time and release day, but eventually, probably. Why aren't we the Japanese? That is a good question, Real Zartek. I wish we were the Japanese. The Japanese were way cooler during World War II. Nobody likes the Americans. The Americans are big, gay, fat, and boring. Nobody likes the Americans. The Japanese were just cooler. They had more sway and style. They painted the aircraft white with little red meatballs on them. That was way better. Yeah, I would rather play the Japanese. Right, so 5:30, we shall be starting the launch operations pretty soon. There we go, okay. It automatically turns into the wind. Good. Whoa. Oh, there's a little dude. Look at the little man. Hello. That is some sacrifice graphics. Oh, it's adorable. Look at him. Look at him. Aww. Alright, you know, graphically, this is... the elevator. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Does it move the plane onto it properly? Does it? Does it? They? Okay, it just kind of close to it. Okay, but at least it moves the plane onto the hangar by the lift there. Nice. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's just cute. I like that. Right, graphically, it's a bit blocky, of course, fairly low detail models. If you zoom in, you can definitely see some texture shortcomings there. Those are very large Orlicans. I'm not sure they were quite that massive in real life, but this is more than good enough for, you know, what is basically just like a more zoomed out strategy style game. This is plenty. I don't mind this at all. This is good enough. Alright, so when the time comes to launch aircraft, the task force immediately turns to head into the wind to launch effectively. Yep, that makes sense. Fun fact. So, to manage to actually get the aircraft off the Loud. Very loud. Very, very loud. Very loud. Anyways, to get the aircraft off the carrier, you had to turn the carrier into the wind, so that both the wind itself would blow against the airframe, thus lifting it up off the carrier, and you needed to have the carrier itself go at maximum speed to give the highest possible amount of lift, basically. Really cool stuff. Nope. That doesn't. And airplanes. Wavy. Bouncy. Not sure why camera is so very bouncy right now, but camera definitely very bouncy right now. Camera very bouncy right now. Alright, the 3D view is less bouncy. Good. Ooh. Oh, well, I found this by sheer accident. I would like it if the zoom out button was a bit more sensitive, because it's requiring a whole heap and heck of a lot of zooming out to get anywhere. This is a nice view. I like this. Okay, there we got the Yorktown. There we got a flight of the scouts. Nice, nice, nice. We can increase the timescale there to see the scouts fan out and begin to cover the area. Cool. Very cool. I like that. And then the task force turns to resume its original course. What about M? Does M? No, I was kind of hoping M would open the, map. That would be nice. F1? Ah, F keys. F keys is how you move around. Alright, fair enough. Also, video game, in case you're wondering, music volume 10% is not an adequate audio setting. In a game with things that are loud, like cannons, machine guns, aircraft, you really want separate settings for, sound effects and so on. It's pretty important, pretty important. Rightio then, we've got our dudes up in the air. This is good, this is good. How do I get Cap up exactly? Offensive air mission, flight plans. Alright. Scramble? I pressed scramble last time. I don't want to press scramble again. How do I get cap up? Missions? Okay, what if I... Oh, they got little images, nice. But I would quite like to get a good amount of this up on cap. I guess this is... Hangar fully operated. Are these the reserves? Do I have reserves? Oh, well, shit, I just, put an aircraft into the reserves, and I just dragged it back out again. Okay, slight problem. Again, tooltips, 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 tooltips. I cannot say tooltips often enough. Yeah, the ability to launch cap with a simple button press would be lovely. Defensive air operations. Okay, good. Right, let's launch cap from Yorktown. F4, F3s, yep, patrol strength. 3, if memory serves, I believe the carrier can is 18 of these. Total size, 6. So 6 will be a little bit under half of my total. Okay, not bad. An hour, half an hour. Yep, that sounds good. Right, and I'm presuming that will then keep it cap area, and it'll rotate aircraft up and down as and when required, I presume. So every 1.5 hours, they will recover fighters and relaunch fighters. Okay, good. That sounds functional. Yep, there we go. It's lining up the aircraft very slowly. Please tell me that they're taking off, because that would be funny. I'm just gonna... Oh, there we go, yes. I was kind of hoping they would just, drive to the tip of the aircraft carrier and then, jump into the water, whee! That would have been fun. I would have enjoyed that, but sadly, no. Sadly, that was not how that worked. Right. Okay, so I now... Ooh, okay. I have lost visual contact with the aircraft, and so I don't know where they are exactly. All right. Interesting. So I'm presuming they'll radio back if they find anything. Okay, so we're playing with incomplete information. Like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Very nice. Oh, well. Now we clench our buttocks. Again, though. Again. Okay, right. Again. Drawing tools. God damn it. Drawing tools. Because right now, I want to know, when are my aircraft returning? Let's see if I can find out. Deck time, missions. Right, so we've got cap, search. Right, search sector, AC, yep, ready, 6 takeoff, time of travel, return. Okay, there you go. Right, good. I want to see that on the map, though. I want to draw on the map. Give me the ability to draw on the fucking map. I want to draw on the map. Right, but that is good, so... time of target, 7:38. So 7:38, by then I should probably hear something. If there is anything out there. Mr. Frenzy, hey Arch, is it true that Fulgrim threw a hissy fit and quit sculpting forever on a remembrance and gave his artwork some mild critique that Fulgrim himself asked for? Yes, that is correct. That is accurate. That is a proper assessment of the situation. And to be fair, the Remembrancer had made a way better... Oh. There we go. And again, this is why we need volume options, because that too was fucking loud. Right, and again, drawing tools. Sweet baby Jesus, drawing tools. Drawing tools! Right, so we have here, Contact 0009, Surface Combat Task Force. Alright, speed heading 50 knots, 195. Again, because right now, I want a radius so that I can go, okay, it's traveling at 15 knots. I want a tool that tells me how far 50 knots is on the strategic tab right here via the size of the map, right? And then I want to be able to draw a circle that says 15 knots in 1 hour, right? Because that will tell me the area in which this enemy fleet could be in 1 hour, and then draw it out further to 2 hours, 3 hours, etc. Valuable information. Very valuable information. Video game. Your music is becoming very loud. I'm sorry. It is becoming very loud. Actually, is it? I don't know. Let's see. Just bring that up. Well, there's nothing embarrassing on my desktop. Actually, there isn't anything embarrassing on my desktop now. There's just art from my upcoming setting. The board game, and eventually full-on computer game that B and Sagan is working on. Here, you can just have this as a little freebie whilst I open a poll here. What do you think, chat? That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty awesome in my opinion. Music, question mark. On, off. I think music is awfully loud. I'll ask chat. But yes, the Remembrancer had made a way better piece of art than Fulgrim. Fulgrim grew very upset, and so he stabbed the Remembrancer through the chest and impaled him on his own piece of art, which he then locked away, never to be seen ever again. So yeah, Fulgrim had a bit of a hissy fit. Dr. Lurgic, hey, Arch, question for you. What's your take as a Europe on the van speech? Frankly, I think the EU needs a smack. The EU needs several smacks. The EU needs repeated smacks. The only way that the EU will ever recover and become what it's supposed to be, a world power, is if it is beaten repeatedly into remembering that the only way you can assert dominance over any other nation state is through force of arms. If not through the actual application of force of arms, then the threat of the force of the usage of arms. Right. But yes, drawing tools. That is my primary critique right now. Drawing tools, and more drawing tools. Right. Fuck. Right. How many kilometers per hour is 50 knots? Right, so that is about 30 kilometers per hour. Right. Right, 30 kilometers per hour. What is the scale of this? It's 50 kilometers, 20 kilometers. So in an hour, they could go from here to here to there. Okay, so time to target there was about an hour, so they could be here by the time a strike reaches them in this general area. Okay. Right, we know where the enemy is. I am going to be launching against them immediately, because I see no particular reason to wait. So, let's see here. Strike. Right, so we're going to have escorts. We can pick from the Yorktown and the Lexington. We are going to be picking both, of course. Escorts, we want probably 6 aircraft. That should still leave me with a decent cap. In fact, I probably want to increase the cap by now. We've got... Is this the number of dive bombers I have? I'm presuming. Right, well, there's no particular reason not to just throw everything at them right now, honestly. This is a perfect opportunity to just fucking splat them. Normal departure, yep. load of priority offensive power. Yep, best possible data. 713. Right. Naval attack, mission ID, callsign King, base Norktown. Right. What am I assigned? 13,000 bombs, torpedo, 100 bombs. Can I change the loadout? Tactical orders?
You ignorant slut.
Desired takeoff, 731. Yep, that's just as fast as I can get them done. Yep. Target ID. Oh, okay, so it does that automatic. Okay, right. That is good, because then it goes like, okay, by the time it's able to launch, the fleet's probably going to be there. By the time the aircraft can actually reach it, it'll be like there, etc. And yeah, okay, brilliant. So this is quite important. Allow me to spurg out here, nerdgasm, just for a little bit, right? One of the big problems with carrier combat is to rediscover the carrier. So when you launch a strike, you know where the carrier is. You know the speed at which it's heading, so you know where the carrier will be, because you go like, okay, it takes X amount of minutes to get where I'm supposed to be, then it'll take X amount of minutes to get back. But the carrier will not be in the same position, because the carrier is moving. So, therefore, by the time the carrier gets back, it'll be there. Meaning that you gotta have the endurance of the aircraft both to get to the target and return not to where the carrier, but where the carrier will be. And it does that automatically, thank God, because I was thinking that doing that without drawing tools would drive me fucking insane. I still want the drawing tools, mind you, but this is a nice piece of automation. Right, contact 0009 has been selected. Spotting mode, stand time, best possible date. Yep, this all looks good. Of course, if the enemy changes their course, this could complicate things, but we are going to green light that strike. We are going to keep the aircraft on the Yorktown and... Enterprise? What's the second one? Lexington, God help me. We're going to keep those. I do want another cap, however. So we've got cap here. This cap originates from Yorktown. Okay. Right. Create a new cap. Patrol strength 3 from Lexington this time. And let's move this cap further out. So I have an inner and an outer cap now that we are likely to be engaging the enemy in the not too distant future. Right, let's get a second cap up so we have 2 levels of interceptors. Brilliant. Right, orders given. Yep, nav strike, contact 001. So far, okay, with some shortcomings, like more tooltips and drawing tools, God help me. Drawing tools. What if it's drawing tools laying right there on the table that I can't pick up? So far, the game has been rather user-friendly, honestly. You know, everything considered, which I do appreciate. Right, resume time. How do I get into the fancy view mode again? Oh, you can even see them moving that. Nice. Cool. There was the fancy 3D view. There we are. Right, let's see. What was chat's opinion on the music? Music on. It's a 54 to 56% pool, okay. Very well, chat. Music on. Oh, my poor eardrums. The eccentric Ripper. EU armies dead in the water. France isn't giving its nukes to unified European command. No nukes equals no EU army that can check other nuclear powers. There shouldn't be an EU army. We don't need an EU army. We already have an EU army. It's called NATO. We still have all the coordination and common training and weaponry intact in NATO. There is no need for a specific EU army other than to give a bunch of power-hungry, shit-faced, weasel-ass bureaucrats access to a military. Which, I don't know about you, but I don't think they should be given access to a military. I really don't think these shits should be given access to a military. I don't trust them. I don't fucking trust them with access to a military, so I'd rather not. I would rather not.
Romeo, Red Leader, Buggy, Vector 030, 20 miles, Angels 10 plus.
Nice, nice. That's the Combat Air Patrol being set up. Meanwhile, the strike is still being planned out, and the aircraft are being set up ready for their launches. This was another major weakness, by the way, with the F4F? The Wildcat. The Wildcat did not have foldable wings, which meant it took up way more space on the carrier and inside of the carrier in the flight deck. That was an error that was eventually rectified, mind you, but only in, I think, like 1943 or late 1942 or something. So at this point, we would not have access to the foldable wing fighters. This also meant that the American carriers had very small fighter contingents, only about something like 17, 18 fighters per carrier, which was nowhere near enough, not by any stretch of the imagination. Which one is which? There we go. Look at that, a full strike prepared. Oh, that's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Now, of course, you might think this is just like graphics, right? Oh, like, look at all of the pretty little aircraft on top of the carrier. No, no, no. This is very important, because this is the moment on which the carrier is the most vulnerable by a massive, massive mile, okay? Because if an enemy aircraft comes shooting out of the sky right now and plops a 500-kilogram bomb right in the middle of this, then I will be very, very sad. Extraordinarily sad. Depressed even, in fact. Well, YouTube is doing its dumbass out-of-memory thing again. Stop closing my chat, you stupid websites. You're not out of memory. So it's actually very important that they simulate this this procedure. Now, if I had done this, if I were to do this a little bit more properly, what you would prefer to do is, since you've got two flat tops available, if you want to strike of 10 fighters, 10 bombers, 10 torpedo bombers, you would launch 5 fighters from the Lexington. Then you would launch 5 fighters from the Yorktown, 5 dive bombers from one, 5 dive bombers from the other, and so on, so as to minimize the amount of time you are just sitting around with a massively loaded deck. Ideally as well, you want to try and make sure that you're not launching aircraft whilst recovering aircraft. And you also want to try to make sure that you're not constantly launching or constantly recovering, because if you are constantly launching and constantly recovering, you'll screw up the position of your fleet. Again, remember, when the aircraft leave, they do so with the assumption that my fleet will be here when they return. If I keep launching and keep moving or maneuvering to get out of the way of enemy... like, if I spotted a bunch of aircraft coming in right now, for example, and I decide to change course, well, my aircraft still expect me to be here when they come back. If I'm not there, they're kind of boned. They're kind of boned. So, you gotta be very careful with that stuff, too. Let's have the launch. So right now they're forming up. They're not going to launch before they're all in the air. Now this is another thing. I wonder if the tactical option button would change this, because there were actually quite a few occasions where attacks were launched quite strung out. This was in fact a weakness that the Americans often had. The Americans were not as good at coordinating large-scale strikes as the Japanese were. The Japanese were way, way better at this than the Americans. Which meant that often the American aircraft would arrive on target strung out. You'd have fighters in the middle of the formation, then you had the bombers leading it, then you had torpedo bombers in the back, which allowed the Zeros to attack the American formations piece by
Romeo,
piece.
Green Leader, many buggies. Vector 040, 18 miles.
Many
Angels
buggies.
High. Romeo, Blue Leader, many buggies. Vector 040, 18 miles. Angels High.
What the fuck is that voice acting? Many buggies. Sir, many buggies. Okay, that was pretty good. Many buggies. many buggies, sir. Yeah, it's just a little. It's made by like one dude and a handful of like marketing people. So I'm not being mean. It's just that was very good. That was excellent. many buggies. Right. Where are my aircraft? I want to see my aircraft. Can I see my aircraft? Can I find my aircraft? I want to find my aircraft. Me aircraft here? If I no shit. Can I like double click on them somehow or something? Ah, there they are. Nice. That's cool. I like that. I like the 3D view. Right. Since the game has actually automated everything so far, I'm presuming... Yep. Okay, so my interceptors have already started moving towards the enemy. Okay. Right. I've got 10 plus aircraft incoming, and I've only got 4 aircraft in the sky. It is definitely time to scramble some fighters here. So I'm presuming that scramble means scramble fighters, because I think I'm gonna need it. So let's turn into the air. My cap is already moving to intercept, which is lovely, doubly.
Romeo, many buggies. Vector 040, 60 miles. Angels
Many
High.
buggies. Many buggies. Oh, you will, you won't believe your amount of buggies. I fucking adore that. Right, did we just scramble those 2? How many more do I even have left? That's a good question. Assigned 14. Right, so the Octan, all of the fighters there are assigned. Assigned 6, available 11. So I've got 11 fighters available. Right, okay. Let's see. Strike? Mission type, naval attack. Okay. No. Mission type. ID nav site. No. I don't want that. I want to launch fighters, damn it. Fighters, boy. I want to launch them fighters. Offensive air mission. I can't click that, which is a little bit annoying. Stand time, normal departure, offensive power, flight, custom, target bad things? Target bad things? Oh, no target bad things.
You
maybe?
Slut.
Am I? Target. Okay, I think. I think I'm launching fighters. Probably. Okay, so target. Yep. Enemy things. Yep. Navistrike is not entirely correct, but works. No strike aircraft selected. That's because I don't want to bomb nothing. I'm not interested in bombing nothing. I want to just send fighters. Okay, it is unfruitfully difficult to just send up fighters. Missions, cap, en route, yep, squadrons, yep, so those are all the, available 11, okay, so those are the ones I've got, so we've got 11 available there, missions? It's not the missions, is it? I can't make new missions from here. Alright, a simple scramble window for fighters would be very nice, very nice. As it doesn't allow me to do the offensive things. Maybe I can, yeah, that's the nav strike escort, but it's, I don't need to be nav striking. I'm not nav striking. I'm launching fighters video game. Also, there's no easy way to just delete this, is there? Which is, again, somewhat annoying. Cancel? Except that didn't cancel it. It's still in the planning stage. Right, an easy way to get rid of orders is absolutely desperately required. I need to be able to actually scrap these things. And I need to be able to launch fighters easier. Alright, so... 92 miles, right. So they've changed their bearing a little bit, but I should still probably, hopefully, be able to pick them up from there. Right. Alright, so we just gotta press the scramble button, like, multiple times. Just... dumb. Can I delete it via this? No. Can I delete it via this? No. Context. Contextual buttons. Important. Right, well, for now, I've got fighters going in against their fighters, and I suppose that'll be, I suppose we just simply just cross our fingers and hope. Home button would also be nice, as I have no fucking idea where I am right now. There we go. Right, so there's all of my stuff. It grew very suddenly quiet. Okay. Threats. That's the one. Yes, threats. Medium raid. Can I... Yeah, what? It would be very nice if I could just click on that and open a contextual menu, and it goes like, okay, this is an enemy raid. Click, drop-down menu, like go to, scramble fighter stuff, and you can open that and click on another menu. It's like, okay, how many fighters do you want to send? Contextual buttons, good. Contextual buttons, good. Contextual buttons, king. Non-contextual buttons, gay. Gay and evil. Right, I guess I'll hear from my fighters when they contact with the enemy. And I start trying to shoot them down. I'd get that maybe my fighters? That be my fighters? I hope that be my fighters.
Romeo, Orange Leader, many bandits. Vector 030, 30 miles.
Many
Engine high.
bandits. Whoa. I'm not sure where I am. The ability to see exactly where stuff is would be lovely. Right. Ah, there we go. There's an aircraft down there. Can I follow it? Not quite. No. Well, I have aircraft, they have aircraft, and now some icons here too. I get that they're trying to like keep the player in the dark as to not make it too, like not to give you the ability to micromanage it too much, and I appreciate that, but it's kind of difficult to figure out what the hell's going on. I'm hoping I'm attacking them, because I did send my fighters out to attack them, so I am presuming Pew Pew is occurring. I kind of have to assume that Poo Poo is occurring right now, rather than, know. And I would like to know if Pew Pew is occurring. Yes, Pew Pew does appear to possibly maybe be occurring, I think. They be diving, they be zooming. They do not appear to have done much to the incoming Japanese so far, however. In fact, they appear to have achieved very little. Very little indeed. Poo-poo. No, they're pooping me. You silly fighter, you're supposed to not get shot down, you dumbass. Kill. Well, that was embarrassingly ineffectual. You should be ashamed of yourself. Better. You've made that one wobble a bit. Good. Right, they have achieved annoying the enemy, at least. This is something. They have achieved mild annoyance of enemy. More updates on combat reports would be very nice. Like, are they shooting anything down? They killing some stuff? I'd like it if they kill some stuff. We're probably about to start seeing AA fire. There we go, flak in the distance. There we are. Delicious, delicious flak. That does look quite pretty, actually. God willing, we're shooting something down. Offensive action. Good, good. The loafers are opening up.
Enemy torpedo plane on attack on deploy. Closing in.
20 millimeter Orlikans are opening. That means they be close.
Right hard runner. Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, they be very close indeed.
Down. Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes deployed, heading for us.
Do they?
Flash, one bomber.
I'm not entirely sure how on God's good earth they managed to drop torpedoes, horizontal to the direction in which they were traveling. That is an achievement. They were traveling that way, and the torpedoes were dropped that way. I don't know how they managed that. That's very impressive. Also, my aircraft carrier appears to be trying to steer into the path of the enemy torpedoes. Sir, we have successfully dodged the enemy torpedoes. Good. Now turn around. Steer back into them. Sir? You heard me, soldier. Oh, swing that fat ass around. No, you did manage to successfully catch one of those. Good job. A fine application of active torpedo interception there. There, sir. Ah, thank God. I thought we dodged all of those. Oh. Dive bombers are up next.
Enemy bomber down in flames.
Bombs.
Enemy bomber shot down.
Misses. Oh, I'm liking this though. This is fun. I like this. Oh, more boomies. Oh, that one didn't miss. Little fire. Entirely normal. Oops. It's okay, guys. We didn't lose the aircraft. It's right there. You can see it. It's fine. I would like to be able to pivot the camera up instead of going under the waves, under the sea. Very nice. Okay, boat is on fire. This is often not necessarily a good thing, it's true. Its steering is jammed, damage and flooding is light at the moment. Okay. Let's see, damage. Okay, oh no, that's what it is. It's damage control station. Okay, so rudder is damaged, damage control station are all operational. Magazines are safe. The forward hangar is disabled because the elevator is damaged. All of the AA is still online, so it's just the steering. It took a hit to the steering, basically, that's about it. Whereas the Lexington took another light glancing hit. Let's see, we've got a DC crew. What's that? File says the yeah. Something. I don't know what is that? Not sure, but damage crews. Alright. Elevator destroyed and some damage to the hangar and a hangar disabled. Not fantastic, but not terrible. Considering that was a full strike of like 10 enemy aircraft, not terrible, not terrible. Acceptable damage. Hopefully our strike will do more damage to them. Hopefully. The real there. Thoughts on Project Helios? Project Helios? I don't know what that is. Let me open up the damn viewer activity thing again. There we go. Mr. Renzi, okay, take this with a large grain of salt, but I'm hearing reports that the Chinese are at it again. They are a new Kung Flu called HKU-5 COV-2. What are all these things? Oh, those are the returning scouts. Okay. Right, so the scouts are returning back with updated information. Alright, well, hopefully the strike package will update as well and actually, you know, go to that. That would be nice. As I'm waiting to now hear back from my outgoing strike to see if they found anything.
Resuming base course. Aye, aye, sir.
Right, resuming course. These are, I'm presuming, my... Oh, a second wave. Uh-oh. Are they? Are they second wave? They are! Oh my god, they launched everything at me, didn't they? Greedy little bastards. We appear to be leaving a carrier behind. I don't know if that's necessarily clever. Probably because of the steering damage. SB Anime Guy, where there's the boat waifus. Also, greetings, Brother Arch. Greetings. And they also said its thoughts on Project Helios. There we go. I don't know what Project Helios is. I'll have to look into it. Look it up. Oh, I'm gonna try and bully my smaller boats now, are they? Why are you not shooting? Why are you being lazy?
Enemy bomber shot down.
Why are you being lazy?
Enemy bomber down in place. Enemy bomber shot down. Enemy torpedo plane on attack run to port. Closing in.
It claims it's shooting, so I'm just gonna assume that it's doing its job. This one's firing. Look at that. That was happily shooting. That one's all pleased with itself, lighting up anything and everything around it. But for some reason, my heavy cruisers, which should be the primary source of my AA, mind you, don't seem too interested. Which is concerning. Very concerning. Remarkably concerning, actually. God, that's a lot of AA. Right.
Shot down.
Trying to carry out that whole evasive action thing we talked about last time, like turning away from the torpedoes rather than into them. Trust me, turning away from the torpedoes will cause significantly less damage to my ship than turning into them. Although, that one's looking pretty... that one will probably miss. That one might not miss. That one will probably miss. Oh, I'm worried about that one. That one's gonna hit my engine. Is it? Can I swing that? No, I don't think I can swing the big fat ass out far enough, quick enough. Nope. What is it with them hitting me in the ass all the time? This is the second ass hit now. Just a long series of aggressive ass hits. Wow, that has not been pleasant so far. And I did all this with 11 fighters still chilling on my deck because I couldn't find a way to launch them, little dumbasses. Right. My strike should have been hitting the enemy by now too. I still haven't gotten any reports about that though, which is a little upsetting. Little upsetting indeed. In fact, that should be them there, or my scouts.
Helm, resume base course. Resuming base course. Aye, aye, sir.
Did you see me? There you go. No, even more. Okay, Jesus Christ. So they have, 40 aircraft so far. Jesus. Alright, well, this is not working out very well at all. That's yet another enemy wave, whilst my guys apparently haven't even reached the enemy yet, which worries me. There we go.
Captain to all hands. Hold on to something. We're commencing evasive action. Engines, all ahead flank. All ahead flank. Aye, aye,
My
sir.
escort boats have, for some reason, elected to abandon me, which I don't know if that's a very good thing either.
Enemy aircraft hit. Keep going down. Enemy
Big hit on the rearward hangar.
going down. Enemy bomber shot down. Flash one bomber. Flash one bomber.
I'm really starting to wonder where the fuck my bombers are now. That should actually have been here by now, unless they somehow all got shot down, which would be unfortunate. Now, escorts. Escorts. You are aware that you are supposed to be escorting the carriers instead of waffling off randomly. Can I even... I can't even actually select them properly. I can't move this thing to see my escorts, which are over here for some ungodly reason. As I can't see them. If I scale up too far, I can't actually see the escorts. Escorts? Escorts? Oh, there we go, okay. Right, boat. You seem to be having a hard time with this whole escort the carriers thing. Have you considered protecting the carriers instead of waffling around over there? Alright, so the damage, still light on that. It's just the steering that's screwed over. And the Lexington has taken most of it, with the fire being particularly bad. And its propulsion, 62%. Steering is jammed, but its ammo is at least fine still. The fire being critical is not good, though. Can I order these back somehow? Please? Plus? Plus resume guard position around important things. Apparently not. Formation editor. Right, edit. Okay, that is what they're supposed to be maintaining. They're just, not, I guess? Edit preset, apply preset. You're turning around? Okay, maybe if I do it again? Okay, apply. Right, and we'll see. Because half my fleet wandering away from my carriers was a bit of the problem there. Just a tiny bit of the problem. Now, where's the fleet? Home. The home button does something, thank God. Okay, well, you're doing fine. You are completely and utterly alone, but at least you're doing fine. Right, again, I do believe... Let's see if I can see the schedule. Missions. Return... Yes, the search should have been back. The search should have been back. The bombers should have been back.
Helm, resume base course.
There they are.
Resuming base course. Aye, aye, sir.
There's the search fighters. Right, and that, I guess, then must finally be my aircraft. My strike. Right, battered and bruised, but not quite dead yet. Now we begin recovery operations. We've got quite a lot of aircraft to recover, so it'll take a moment. Oh. There we go. As we need to get all of the happy little aircraft down safe again. Which I presume... What are you doing? Right, the rudder being jammed is very, very bad there, because it means I can't recover aircraft. Hopefully they're working on that. Okay, so there we go. The task force is sort of beginning to realign itself. Sort of? Very, very sort of. Right, Lexington. Steering is still jammed. hopefully they'll be able to get something jury-rigged on that. Meantime, everything is just going to have to be recovered by the other carrier, which I hope it can. That would be the normal emergency solution, to just cram as much onto the carrier as possible. Now, I still don't think I've gotten any reports on what actually happened to the carrier strike. Right, so that was the strike, I'm presuming. Okay. How do I know what they actually did? Because figuring out what effect my strike had is kind of important. Here maybe? Okay, air combat claims, bomb hit claim 0, bomb hit claim 0, 0. Lexington, did I launch from you though? I don't think I... day sorties, air combat claims 3, 2... Nice! I shot down 2 enemy planes and I lost 7. Not great. Dive bombers hit nothing, torpedo bombers hit nothing. Nice. So they went out there, they attacked the enemy fleet, achieved precisely nothing, and came back again. Brilliant. Absolutely. Absolutely brilliant. Well, unfortunately, the Japanese are vastly superior pilots to the Americans, which is disturbing, but the reality appears like. Should have launched everything in one giant hit, I guess. But if their conversion rate was 20 to 0, I don't know if that would help. Continue recovering planes. At least my AA shot something down, so that's something. It would be nice, too, to have a little tracker somewhere that tells me how many aircraft are in the air at any given point and how many I'm still recovering. Because I'm guessing that's the Combat Air Patrol, I presume? King, US, Yorktown have been recovered. Okay, there you go. So strike package has been recovered. Lovely. Now, unfortunately, my carrier is still running in circles, so I don't have much I can do with that one. We still have a fair bit of daylight. The enemy carrier was last spotted over in that direction. So I'd need to launch more search to try and find them. I kind of would like to delete this, if at all possible. Right, well, I'm happy to head in this direction. That's fine, because the enemy saw me last going in that direction, so that's okay. Search, create a new air search. Let's do it over in this direction. Something like that. And we don't need to search anywhere near as far, because we've got a generally good idea of where they're probably at this point. There we go. And that is the Yorktown launching, right? Yes, it is. Good. So, is the Yorktown now... Yes, the Yorktown is overburdened because it needs to recover King, which is going to be a little bit heavy on it. Whilst the Lexington... Well, it's got a lot of aircraft, but it can't launch any of them. Not until he eventually, potentially repairs its rudder. Master Huntsman 97, hello Arch, Lord and Savior. What was the difference of AA weapons technology between the Japanese and the Americans in World War II? Tris Marigold. Simply put, it was the proximity fuse. That was the big difference, which was introduced later in the war, mind you. But the proximity fuse was a huge difference. Otherwise, the Americans had a bit of a better understanding of how many levels of AA you needed, as you had long-range AA with the, I think was it 127s on the cannons firing AA. Then you had the 40mm Bofors as medium-range AA, and then finally you had the 20mm Oerlikons for close-range AA, which are these little things right down here. But with the introduction of proximity fusers, that was the massive step forward. Because with proximity fusers, you didn't need to guess where to detonate a shell for, the flak burst. You could simply fire the shell, and if the shell noticed there was an aircraft in the area, then it would detonate itself. That was what eventually turned the Japanese kamikaze tactics into just outright suicides, because the American AA became just incredibly effective. Hexy, Trump is POTUS. We can save Japan again. Can we? Can we? But can we, though? Can we save the Japanese from themselves? I'm not so sure. Right. Get as much of this recovered, repaired, rearmed, etc. as possible. And there goes the search planes. And the rest is simply just maintaining cap until hopefully we find something on the map. I really wish there was an easier way to delete this, because I haven't found any ways to delete them yet. Right, let's see if the search turns up anything. It would be nice if I got a message that the Lexington has recovered its steering as well. That would be perfect. And we will maintain course for now. Speaking of... I take it our other pretty boat is still turning in circles down there. Yep, steering still jammed. I don't know even if they can repair it. I hope so. Otherwise, it's just going to keep turning in circles and be largely useless. Well, until the Japanese decide to try and bomb it again, in which case it will prove into a valuable distraction. No contact yet. I would have expected to hear something back if they'd found anything. Contact 10 plus aircraft, that's another strike. And apparently they've got me dead on in my direction again. Motherfuckers. Right, again, I would really love to have the ability to actually scramble effectively. There needs to be an actual, strike button for fighters. Because I've got plenty of fighters, I just need a way to actually get them off the fucking deck. It's the... Yorktown that is still underway. Yes, the Yorktown. Okay. Right, fighter direction. Those things. Patrol 3 fighters in the air. That's good, but I want scramble all fighters. Yes. Defend the base. Scramble all fighters. Clarify text. Why are these buttons not, I don't know why these buttons don't work. FDO, if that's supposed to be the fighter director, I would assume. Defend base. Hopefully that will launch some more fighters. I hope and pray. Sure doesn't fucking look like it. No, sure doesn't fucking look like it. Okay, 6 assign available 1. Okay, no, maybe they are launching them. I hope they are. Okay, so there should be 6 fighters airborne right now. Should. As I don't really want to change course either, because if I change course, I'm not going to be able to recover the scout planes, which would be a pinch unfortunate. Although, I might do so for the time being. Alright. How do I turn you? New air search, new strike, split task force, merge task force. Some contacts for some range. Yep, that's fine. I would like for you to turn. Turn. Direct your task force. Yes. Okay, add waypoints, right. Right. Ah, measure distance. Okay, that's nice. Right, turn back there, and then we'll turn back on the original course. There's another full Japanese strike coming in there, which is not great. Turn? Turn, you tar burglar. Okay, fleet information. Order, status. Edit navigation, edit tactical orders, reorganize force. Yes, all of those things. I would like to do those things. Am I not allowed to do those things? Edit navigation, edit tactical orders, reorganize forces. Am I not? I guess I'm not. Is it because the Lexington can't steer? Is that it? Okay, let's try. Split task force. Just move the Lexington over there. Alright. Task force. No. Alright, well, I don't know why I am completely unable to give any navigational orders. I'm also unsure why my task force never never resumed its actual position. Okay, formation editor. Preset 1 then. Apply presets. Yep. Preset 1. Yep. Preset 2. Yep. There's supposed to be a now around me. Apply presets. Apply presets. Apply presets. Apply presets. I'm just clicking on all of the things, hoping that they'll do it. There. Hopefully. Hopefully indeed. So assign 6. There should be 6 aircraft above me, which is pretty much all I have, so I've done what I can. I still can't make the task force turn, but oh well. Maybe the fighters will achieve some success this time. Okay. I guess they just weren't particularly interested in me. Huh. Are you interested? No. Okay. Oh, alrighty then. I see. Slightly weird, but there you are. They just stopped by to shoot down my fighters and then continued on their way, I guess. I mean, it's not like it's nighttime yet. I'm pretty sure they could see me. Interesting. AI could use some work. AI could use quite a lot of work, I suspect. AI could use a great deal of work. Okay, let me restart that one. So, full report. What actually happened here? So, enemy aircraft losses, 6 A6 M2, 10 B-59, okay. Aircraft losses, 16 fucking Wildcats. Jesus, the Wildcats suck ass, apparently. The Wildcats suck some serious butt, and they did not see the enemy at all. So they didn't even spot them, I guess. What is battle generator? Oh, okay, so that's like a random... It's the same thing, but random, I get. Okay, fair enough.
It's early morning on...
More contextual pop-ups is a big must. AI is retarded. Oh, kind of slightly non-functioning at the moment, which is a bit problematic. Right, so location of enemy there. Can I move the task force now? Okay, now I can move it. Does it actually do anything? If I tell it to go over there, will it? Yes. Okay, so it was probably bugged then, I want to say. Let's try the formation editor. Okay, so the formation is a little messed up, but ships are getting back into formation again. Okay, nice. Right, so right now, the enemy is to our 70 degrees, so they'd be over here. Right, okay. In which case, we are going to refocus. Lexington, I would like you to be... Never mind! Right, Orleans, Russell's, DD, Minneapolis, Portland. Right. Keep the DDs in the outer circle. And the heavies in the middle. Right, that's good. Okay. Apply presets. And let's set up a search pattern. Create new air search. Through the Coral Sea. Search radius. I don't need them to search quite so massively wide. As we do indeed have a decent idea of where the enemy might be, let's launch 5. And we'll launch them from Yorktown. There you go. And I'll start as soon as it's bright outside. Speed it up. So it probably bugged because the other ship had its steering knocked out, I'm assuming. And that's why the ship that could steer wouldn't steer, because it was still like, well, but I'm in a formation with this ship, and this ship isn't receiving movement orders, so I can't do movement orders either, I presume. Also, whilst this is going on its way, I'm going to look at what chat mentioned. Project Helios. What is Project Helios? Project Helios? Largely negative little Steam indie game? Huh. Well, I've never even heard about that, so I have no idea. Somebody also mentioned something about Relic. Is Relic doing something? Can Relic do something? Is Relic not just dead as a company?
I have lost.
I genuinely suspect Relic might just be kind of dead as a company. It sucks, because I love Relic, but they have not exactly been able to do well recently. Oh, here we go. What the fuck is this garbage? What the fuck is this garbage? What the fuck is this garbage? What the this Is it April 1st, chat, and I just haven't noticed? Okay, so, this apparently is Relic Entertainment's next game. What the fuck? Wow. Wow. I don't really know what to say. Mind-bending Splicotron technology. well, the sad music in the background is certainly fitting. What the fuck? Well, yeah, Relic Entertainment. I don't know, I was kind of expecting, like, you know, Dawn of War, reboot, just called Dawn of War, or, Company of Heroes, World at War, something. I certainly did not expect that. Low poly, shit-ass Advanced Wars. Well, I guess Relic has packed it up and just decided to give up on being a video game developer. Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. We've had enough of developing video games. We're just gonna seppuku ourselves now. It's not the fate I wanted for Relic. It definitely is not the fate I wanted for Relic, but it is apparently the fate that Relic has chosen for itself, so... Have fun, Relic, I guess. Right, this time, I'm not actually going to put up the cap, because the cap seemed, honestly, to make it more difficult for me to get aircraft in the air when I needed them, which is, not the purpose of a cap. The cap is supposed to be, you know, good at shooting down enemy aircraft, not be an active impediment to shooting down enemy aircraft. That's not how that's supposed to function. Okay, so that's an enemy aircraft. That's a spotter, which will guaranteedly have seen us. Right. Well, this time, I don't think we're gonna hold anything back. So, to recover our spotters, we do want to keep going in this direction. But I'm going to change my course a little bit. And we're gonna do a good old-fashioned big boy strike this time around. Six fighters, everything we've got of torpedo bombers and dive bombers. Contact 0006. Standard time. Oh, there was actually a pop-up there for a moment. Right, head out from the Yorktown. And set up the second strike from the Lexington. Another 6 fighters and everything you've got from dive bombers and torpedoes. Full smacky wacky. Alright, so we're launching those pretty much immediately. They'll be recovered there, and hopefully we can then take another turn to get out of the way of the enemy spotting. Maybe. Seduction Doppelganger, what is the second Nexus mod site you mentioned? Did I mention anything? I just mentioned, like, other, like, regular modders' own sites. There. I suppose this time I should have had a cap up, because it might have been able to intercept that guy, but he would have radio back anyway, so... Also, Project Hilo is a military project aimed to create ship-mounted anti-drone lasers. Well, I think they should do that because, yeah, that's going to be absolutely necessary. We are going to need to produce a lot more anti-drone weapons in the future. A lot more. Okay, so they've just turned into the wind to launch their own. Yeah, they just turned into the wind to launch. So it kind of locks the waypoints. I guess it locks the waypoints so that you can't miss your fighters, I guess. Yeah, they just turned into the wind to launch, as did I, so we are launching at the exact same time. So all of my stuff's getting up in the air. Right, both strike packages are up in the air. There's the enemy incoming, and I can't change the waypoint, but I presume they lock the waypoints in so that you can't miss your returning aircraft, is what I am presuming that is doing, because if the aircraft were to return and you weren't there, then they would just crash into the sea. Now, what I was going to do was go there, but change that to go further up there, so that I could actually try to, fox the enemies incoming a little bit, but... Right, I've got quite a few fighters left now. Again, I would love to just launch them all, because I know there's 10 incoming enemies. So I'd kind of like to just throw all of it into the air immediately. Fighter direction. I have no idea why this is grayed out. Because, yeah, no, clear flight deck and launch all fighters is exactly what I want to do now. I want to clear the flight deck so that nothing goes boom, and then I want to launch every fighter I've got. That's all I want to do. But I'm not allowed to, which upsets me greatly. YouTube, stop running on memory, you dumbass thing. Right, I guess we'll just do cap instead then, so... Now, what direction is the enemy going to be coming from here? We're going to run the cap out. So... let's get 10,000 yards. 150,000 yards. There we go. Okay, so the enemy coming at 350 degrees. Right. Push the cap out to meet them then. There. 8 from the Yorktown. And everything we've got from the Lexington as well. Oh shit, that was cap area 2. No. Edit cap area. Same area. Push the fighters out to intercept. There you go. Yes, a quick and easy button to scramble all fighters against incoming would be very, 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 very nice. My fleet formation. Formation editor. Edit presets. So 350 degrees. I would like it if all of you would just immediately switch on over to that side. Let's get all of the heavy cruisers positioned in between me and the incoming enemy fighters. And let's create a double screen of destroyers as well. There. Apply preset. And that will hopefully have my ships begin to move to interpose themselves in between the carriers and the incoming fighters. Such is my prayer. Wait, now the cap area looks wrong again. Wait, didn't I? But I put it at 350 degrees, didn't I? I'm pretty fucking sure I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, yes, I think it's correct. Okay, so the degree thing isn't quite correct. But the fighters are heading in the correct direction, I do believe. Good, right, well, the strike package is heading out. Hopefully that will catch the enemy fleet. And my own cap should be launching to begin intercepting the enemy's fighters. Now, will they be trying to shoot me down first? There's my outgoing. There's more outgoing. Where's the enemy incoming? There's enemy incoming. Right, so we're just gonna cross right by one another. Very nice. Very nice. Very kind of both sides to just kind of fly by one another. Yep. There are my outgoing, they're incoming. Oh, that's adorable. I kind of wish the fighters would have chosen to intercept or something. You know, that would have been nice, but apparently not. So did you actually? He didn't. He didn't launch everything. So I think I screwed up the intercept order, didn't I? Fighter director on patrol 4-5. Okay, well. At least the majority of my stuff got into the air.
Romeo, green leader, many buggies.
Many buggies.
010, 40 miles. Angels high. Romeo, red leader, many buggies. Vector 010, 40 miles. Angels high.
Many buggies. Countless buggies, as it turns out. All right, well, I have some fighters. Yeah, no, I have no idea why the just scramble all fighters button isn't working, because, I mean, come on. I just want all of the fighters to go into the air to shoot down the enemy fighters. It's not a complicated request, you'd think. Pretty simple. Oh no, some of my fighters they did break off. Okay, good. So some of the fighters did, in fact, go to fight their fighters. Good. I was wondering if my fighters would just fly by them and wave like, hello, you're coming to bomb our home. Good luck. Because now we're being a little weird. There they are. There's some icons, so the ability to lock onto the individual aircrafts would be very nice, because I would very much so like to see this air combat playing out, but it's not very simple to do. Well, I hear aircraft. Oh, there's some over there. There we go. Weapons fire. That's what I always wanted to see. Weapons fire. I must admit, so far, the F4 Wildcats have proven remarkably incompetent. Like our little gentleman here who is, well, I didn't mean to click on the water. Come on, little Wildcats. Be all that you can be and shoot down some Japs. There you go. Good boy. Well, I think you just kamikazed one of them. I called them incompetent and they learned from it. They grew better. They became superior pilots from being yelled at. God willing, this will happen with the EU as well. I mean, it's cute looking, but the dogfight AI is certainly not quite perfect, as they're having a very hard time shooting down anything here. I think they've scored precisely 1 kill, and that's pretty much it. Oh, no, they got another one. There you go. They got 2. 2 down. Get a third. Nope. Yeah, my pilots definitely need a few more hours in War Thunder before they're really ready for this, but they're trying, okay? They're really trying. They are doing their best. They're putting in quite the effort. They're doing better than their predecessors, you know. The other group of fighters killed like absolutely nothing, so I'm impressed they've shot down like 3 things. It's a vast improvement over nothing, which is what the previous group did, so. You know, I'm not complaining necessarily. I'm just saying that they could do better. Right, did you actually... sort of. You sort of kind of partially reorganized the formation. But not really. Yeah, this bears no resemblance whatsoever to the formation I've actually ordered you to take, does it? Nope, it does not. Oh yeah, the fighters have done way better this time. In fact, I think they've almost destroyed the first wave. Oh yeah, they've done way better. Or at the very least, they've broken it up a lot more. Last time, they were pretty much attacking me in parade fucking formation. They granted, there's another, 40 aircraft up there, but yeah, fighters did way better this time. I am proud of them. Long-range AA begins to open up. God, I really want to take command over one of these guns and start blazing, though. That'd be so fun.
Captain to all hands. Enemy torpedo plane on the ship. Engines. All ahead flank. All ahead flank. Aye, aye, sir.
Evasive maneuvers, maximum speed. Time to start getting out of the fucking way. Orlican's opening up. Cheeky little bastard.
Enemy aircraft on the torpedo run.
Right, so remember, steer away from the torpedoes this time. Away from the torpedoes.
Torpedoes to port, heading for us.
Alright, that one's... I think actually they managed to...
hit. He's going down.
Yeah, they only managed to drop like one torpedo this time. Yeah, it's a nice landing. He probably lived through that, you know?
Bomber down in flames.
He probably survived. He's probably going to be able to go back home to Japan. Well, actually, no, because, see, the Americans had a great rescue service. They would go out looking for their downed pilots quite aggressively. The Japanese would not. Uh-oh, here comes the dive bombers. Oh, he's dropped. It's a big miss. So basically, the Japanese pilots, even if you managed to like land in the water safely, you were probably fucked. Another miss, another miss. Oh, that does look beautiful though.
Enemy aircraft hit. He's going down. Enemy aircraft hit. He's
Look
going
at that. Ah.
Resume base course. Resuming base course. Aye, aye, sir. Flash, one bomber.
Like, if you were very, very lucky, the Japanese might send a destroyer to, like, check the area for you. Or maybe a submarine or something, but... well, the ocean, as it turns out, is large. And the odds of being found in that ocean, particularly without anything like a homing beacon or anything, nothing more fancy than a flare gun, and you'd be lucky to have one of those. Really hard to spot somebody. Really, really hard to spot somebody. Well, none of my ships are on fire, which makes this a hell of a lot better, makes this a hell of a lot better of a run than the previous one. We've survived the first wave. Granted, there's another 20 aircraft coming in, so let's not celebrate just yet, but that was a lot better than previously. The combat air patrol is vectoring out again to attempt to intercept the rest of the incoming enemy aircraft.
40 miles. Angels high.
My cap's getting whittled down, but there's my scouts, I presume. Looks like the rest of my cap was just shot down by the enemy. It's not great. Not amazing. Yeah, the F4s apparently get absolutely fucking butchered by the Zeros in this. That's a nasty looking wave. Zero trying to hunt down a little F4 there. To be fair, at this point, the F4s would be low on ammunition and low on energy as well. And this F4 pilot is doing everything wrong. You got a zero on your tail, don't try to maneuver with it. You ain't outmaneuvering a zero, you're not out-turning it. Point your nose towards the ocean and just drown. Run for a friendly flak. That's your best bet. Hope he's bad at aiming. That's about all you can do. The Zero was vastly superior when it came to maneuverability, enormously so, but it was equally vastly inferior in terms of armor and in terms of armaments. Whereas the F4, of course, famously carried 4 50 caliber Browning machine guns, the Zero carried only 2 7.7mm machine guns, which were basically fucking useless, and I think 2 20mm cannons. But the cannons only had like 120 rounds, if even that, which were gone in like 5 seconds of continued fire. And even then, 20mm cannon, especially with the inferior Japanese ammunition used, really was not very great at trying to shoot down a Wildcat.
Enemy torpedo plane on attack run to port. Closing in.
I've finally managed to get my heavy cruisers in between me and the enemy, which is nice. Fortunately for me, that didn't murder them quite as violently as I was hoping for.
Torpedoes direct front. Closing in. Enemy bomber shot down.
Evasive maneuvers.
Enemy aircraft hit. He's going down. Enemy aircraft hit. He's going down.
It was quite difficult to stop an aircraft from dropping its payload. Why is the camera moving so incredibly slow all of a sudden? An option to speed up the movement of the camera would also be nice. Okay, well, if you do it perfectly, you can avoid these. But then you started turning to the right. Presenting the maximum broadside to all 3 torpedoes. Congratulations! You've managed to steer into all 3 of them. Good job. That was a situation in which you would have been hit by at most 1 of them if you'd kept turning, but you elected to change your course to ram 2 of them. Well, you rammed 3 of them, but luckily the 3rd one was apparently a dud. I'm starting to wonder where America trained their helmsmen, because it must have been a school with a remarkably high acceptance rate. They took any mouth-breathing moron, it seems. Right, let's probably dive bombers coming in next. Yep, judging by the elevation of the guns. The dive bombers were the true danger. Torpedo bombers were technically more dangerous if they could hit. But with competent maneuvering, you could usually avoid torpedoes. With competent maneuvering. The dive bombers, however, dive bombers were difficult to dodge. Boy. Miss. Miss. One hit. More misses. Another hit. That's a lot of aircraft being shot down right there, though.
Enemy bomber down in place. Enemy aircraft hit. He's going down.
Well, the Lexington took a beating there. Lexington is not a happy boat right now. It is not a happy boat right now at all. Heavy damage, light fire, light flooding. One of its damage control pumps have been destroyed, which is not great. Rest are still active. A lot of watertight compartments have been blown open. Its engine is still operational. Hangars disabled and elevators disabled. Not a particularly happy lady right now, the Lex. But she ain't dead yet. Aircraft carriers were very tough, particularly the American ones. The reason why the Japanese lost so many more carriers wasn't really because of a lack in, aircraft tactics. It had more to do with the fact that they had terrible damage control systems. Usually relying, for example, on only a single central water pump, meaning that if that one water line was cut by an enemy attack, by shrapnel or explosions or by anything else, right, then all ability to pump water into the ship to cull fire was just gone immediately. Whereas the Americans had multiple water mains, so that even if one or two of them were destroyed, there was still the ability to get water to the firefighters. Very, very, very important difference. She does seem to be leaking a bit of bunker oil too after running into those 3 torpedoes. She's gonna have a hard time recovering aircraft like this. If the fire can be put out, she's still combat capable for the time being, but it's gonna be pretty hot beneath deck there. Right, so the cap is coming back there. And we're recovering our airstrike in about 2 hours or so. Oh, one fire is out on the Lexington. She's doing better. She's recovering. Resuming original course. Come on, Lexi baby. It's only one more fire. You can do this. You can do this. I believe in you, darling. I believe in you. Still only light flooding. And keep the cap up as much as possible. And last fire is stubbornly refusing to go out. I do wish there were reports on this. Like, I want to see, like, damage reports from the crews going, like, okay, how is the fire going? Is it out of control? Are you defeating it? Do you see any hope, you know? That would be really cool. It's also just be a great immersion element to be able to, request a report. Request a damage report from crews. Like, the fire is raging out of control. We're not sure about this, boss. To, okay, it's pretty awful, but we might get it eventually. To, yeah, no, we're dealing with it, you know? Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're just slowing down to recover aircraft. Right, I was worried that she was losing engine power there. Yeah, recovery and takeoff operations are going to be challenging right about now. Come on, you gotta get that last fire under control. For some reason, the icons have stopped working. The outgoing strike is about to start recovering. Let's see. Can we see them yet? Possibly. That might be them there. Yeah, I hope for that to be them there. Continue on with recovery. They should be close enough to pick up on my homing beacons by now, so they should be able to, you know, recover without too much problem. Yep, they've gone to the rendezvous point, where there is, of course, no fleet waiting for them, but they should be more than close enough to pick up the navigation beacon. As there were, it's kind of dumb that they didn't go straight for the fleet, honestly, as there were navigation beacons on the ships and on the aircraft so that they could, you know, figure out where the fleet was. You didn't have to spot the fleet directly, so long as you could pick up the navigation beacon, you could usually find your way back, so you didn't have to, you know, see it precisely. I hope you're not shooting at my own aircraft. Oh, did the Lex put out our fire? She did! Good job, Lexington. Alright, well, recovery operation should be able to proceed as normal then. Excellent. Oh. Beware of the holes. I like how they kind of just run over the holes there. Zach, oh well, it's not that bad. Commander-in-Chief Pacific, what's the A? AC? Has directed us to fully disengage, relocate to secure area. Pending further instructions, we have compiled a report detailing our combat performance for submission to High Command. Please accompany us to the intelligence shack to review the details ahead of transmission. Strategic victory, tactical defeat. Oh, my. Port Moresby was saved, but at what cost? What victories like these? The War Department and Australian allies will have no reason to doubt the Navy's commitment to its duties, but how long can we sustain this pace with such crippling losses in men, ships, and aircraft? As a new battle looms much closer to home in the Hawaiian chain, the fate of the theatre hangs in the balance, and there's no telling how this new operation will be unfold. What? Crippling losses? I I don't think I did that bad. I think I did better than the actual Americans in real life. Right, so we destroyed the Asagumo, the Asasiho, and the Arashio. Those are destroyers, and the Haguro. The Haguro is a cruiser? I think Haguro. I think the Haguro is a cruiser. So we sunk 3 destroyers, for some reason, and a cruiser. Right. I was hoping you'd target the flat tops, honestly, instead of that, but very well. Enemy aircraft losses, 30 Zeros, 17 torpedo bombers, and 17 dive bombers. B5s? Yeah, B5 was the dive bomber. And 27 D3 torpedo bombers. Okay. 21 F4Fs. Damn. The fucking fighters were getting slaughtered out there. Weirdly enough, the Devastators did okay. Well, they lost 10 out of them, but the fact that the Devastators suffered the least amount of casualties is highly historically inaccurate. Highly historically inaccurate. But the Yorktown and the Lexington took damage. I don't agree with that. -5. The Yorktown was barely scratched. Had the Yorktown even taken damage? If the Yorktown had taken damage, it was a scrap to its fucking paint job. It was a shrapnel damage to the command tower at most. Now, the Lexington did have 2 enormous fires raging under its decks, that's true, and it also steered directly into 3 torpedoes, but it too was floating and at full speed, so I don't really agree with that either. It's like slightly chipped paint job, -500 points. Ship crippled and barely seaworthy, 600 points. I don't know if I agree. And trade for 3 DDs? Bearing in mind that Japan barely produced a single ship during the entire war, I'd consider that a strategic and tactical success, honestly. Yeah. Strategic victory, tactical defeat. I guess I sort of kind of agree with that. Because that is one carrier out of commission for probably a few months in dry dock, but again, I'm pretty sure the Yorktown was fine. I would love a replay option too, by the way, because I'd like to see what my aircraft did. Like, what did they do? Did they attack properly? Did they sink something? Well, they did, apparently, but how? And why didn't they target the flat tops? A bit more like a detail, like a replay. A replay function would be amazing right here. Or just a battle playback simulation, so that you can see exactly what happened and exactly what you did correctly and what you did wrong would be great. Ah, well, there it is. Watch replay. It's just not in yet. Okay, well, shut up me, I guess. Yes, that will work out very well, because that wasn't too bad. That was better than the Americans did. I'm pretty sure the Lexingtons... Was it? No, it was Yorktown, was it? Was it Yorktown that sunk during this battle? Because I'm pretty sure the Americans lost one of their carriers here. And the other one was dry docked for a very long time. But not as long as the Japanese thought it would be dry docked. Okay. Right, so some summary thoughts here. There are elements of this that are a bit derpy. Tooltips, God help me, it needs tooltips very, very badly. It needs contextualized keys very badly. It needs easier follow cams for things like aircraft, definitely. The general control scheme is pretty intuitive, honestly. I don't mind most of that. The formation editor is worky, and there needs to be a button to get my fucking aircraft in the air. Those are my primary complaints, but the rest, this is pretty damn good. This is pretty, This is pretty damn good, honestly. I'm quite impressed. This is made by one guy. The graphics are entirely, sufficient. The ships look good enough for what they are. The aircraft look good enough for what they are. There's lots of flak going about, lots of shooting, pew pew pew, things getting shot down, radio reports. All of that's really good. It needs a little bit more. More reports, more information, more feedback that I can read through. Drawing tools, God help me. Drawing tools, God damn it. Needs drawing tools like nobody's business. But I like this. This is a solid demo. A very, 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 very solid demo, in my opinion. So Microprose probably has a good one on their hands here. I am definitely picking this up. I am absolutely doing so. I think it's very good. Very, very promising. The game is currently available on a Kickstarter basis, which, if I click this, will probably load it. Yep, there you go. It's already met its Kickstarter goal very, very quickly. I'm assuming the Kickstarter is done primarily for advertisement purposes, because their pledge goal of, I think this is $20,000. You ain't developing a video game on $20,000. But it's probably just like an advertisement thing, like getting the word out there and doing the various stretch goals, which I think they've already cleared most of the stretch goals. Yep, Fleet Defender. Oh, flyable fighters, they got that. Nice. Controllable anti-air mounts. Nice. Okay, so this is their next stretch goal. Yeah. Looks to be doing pretty damn good, and it's a pretty damn solid demo. So the link to the Steam page will be down in the description below, where you can also get access to the demo and try it out for yourself. I think it's pretty damn promising, pretty damn cool, very nice. We need more games like this, a lot more games like this. So I'm glad this one's seeing a bit of success. I guess we can pretty much wrap it up with that. Cool game. Want to see more of it? Can't wait for it to be released. Thank you very much for watching, chat. Thank you for your donations today. And I will see you all again tomorrow with the ArchCast, where we can have a nice, relaxed ArchCast. Nice, relaxed one. I think so. I now have scripts to write. Too many scripts. And editing to do. And other gay things. Good night, chat. I'll see you all again tomorrow.